first guest is the MVP of the 2004 BCS National Championship game, who as a freshman led the Tigers in their first national championship in over 40 years, Super Bowl champion Justin Vincent. Next up is a member of the best defensive line in LSU history. They brought home the national championship for the 2007 season, trouncing Ohio State, and he also happens to be the guy that wrote a few songs I still hear at tailgates. Super Bowl champ, Big Fave, Marlon Favorite. Our last Tiger, but certainly not the least, led the 2007 championship team in receiving touchdowns, including the last second game winner against Auburn. Future Super Bowl champ, Demetrius Byrd. And let's not forget my wonderful co-host, Dimitri Wilson.
Thanks, Eric. Who would have thought way back in August that in December, LSU would be one win away from the best season in the history of college football, beating 8 ranked teams and 3 teams in the top 3. The 2011 campaign will be remembered for eternity.
The 2011 season would begin where the 2010 season had ended, Cowboys Stadium in Dallas, Texas. In a non-conference game against the Oregon Ducks, who had lost to Auburn in the national championship only 8 months before. The Tigers would be without their starting quarterback, Jordan Jefferson. But Jarrett Lee would take Tiger fans by surprise, and the Ducks would be no match for the purple and gold. The first SEC matchup would be on the road in a Thursday night game against 25th ranked Mississippi State. The Tigers would squeak past the Bulldogs by a touchdown in what turned out to be one of the season's closest games. LSU returned home to overwhelm the Wildcats of Kentucky as Tyrann Mathieu demonstrated his predisposition for taking what he wants. And Jordan Jefferson returned to the lineup. Number 17, Florida, would be next, and LSU would hold their Eastern Division foes to only 11 points, while giving them a taste of their own medicine. Even a trip to Knoxville would result in a 31-point thrashing of the Volunteers. Next, a victory over the 20th-ranked Auburn War Eagles would set the 8-0 Tigers up for what was quickly dubbed the game of the century. Nick Saban's Crimson Tide were also 8-0, and the Tigers would have to travel to Tuscaloosa to play in what would turn out to be a prequel to the national championship. The game was a defensive war. Field position played an enormous role in the game. Alabama was forced to kick 3 long field goals early on and would miss all 3. Neither team was able to score a touchdown in the game. LSU would come close at the end of the first half, but the stingy Alabama defense would deny the Bayou Bengals. Alabama came close to a touchdown in the fourth quarter as well, but Eric Reed shut down the play. The game famously went into overtime with the score tied 6-6. After LSU's dominating defense would deny the Tide 80 points in the first inning of overtime, LSU kicker Drew Alleman would use his leg to win the game. The Tigers had clinched a spot in the BCS championship, and most onlookers believed that Alabama would likely get a rematch. But in the final week of the season, LSU would have to play an Arkansas Razorback team who had snuck its way into the number 3 spot in the polls. And Arkansas would scare the Tiger faithful early on, taking a 14-0 lead, until Tyrann Mathieu took over the game. Mathieu's 92-yard punt return would spark the Tigers to dominate for the rest of the contest, eventually going on to win 41-17 and landing a spot against Georgia in the SEC championship. LSU's offense would struggle early on against the Bulldogs, and LSU would be down for the 2nd straight week. But the LSU defense and special teams came alive, opening the way for the powerful LSU run game to polish off the Dogs. The 13-0 Tigers would be crowned SEC champs and land their spot to play for the BCS crown, and to be entered into the conversation as perhaps one of the best teams in the history of college football. I'm getting used to just watching that footage, guys. What do you think? Is this the best college football team ever?
I think so. A lot of the teams in the past were very senior late, and the speech volume for this team is that they're so young and they have a sophomore juniors. But at the same time, they still have the leadership.
So you talk about this team having some younger guys. You look at the other teams out there that people talk about as being the greats. You got the 71 Nebraska-born Huskers with Johnny Rodgers, right? You got the 72 USC team that went undefeated. Keith Jackson considers that to be the greatest team of all time. What do you think? What are other teams out there that kind of compare to this LSU squad?
Off
from Miami, and I'm still on that the youth. I'm still on the youth, and back in the day with Michael Irvin and all that swag they had. See, they used to call that swag back then, but it's swag now. So, so I think LSU this year has the swag that team had. So if they're not the best, they up in the running.
So swag minus the fur coat, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Marlon, what do you think?
I mean, I'm gonna go with LSU this year as well for both of them, because if you look at, listen, we're talking great team. If you look at Miami back in '01, with Dame Lewis and that crew, what they had defense, great defense, and this LSU team has great defense. You have a two-quarterback system. Generally, did a tremendous job earlier in the season. Jordan done a great job towards the end of the season, so you have that working in at 13-0. Come on, man, I'm going with my Tigers.
Well, for me, it's just the amount of teams they beat in the top 10. The power rankings they put together. Nobody's ever done something like that.
Beating the teams that they're beating now, you could basically almost hand LSU the national championship. Beat everybody.
Right.
I mean, the only thing we have to beat is a Big 12 champ. Oklahoma State came in, and we had Oklahoma State. They would speak volumes themselves.
Right, and they want to have a play anymore. So, well, I know we could debate this all night. This is a fun conversation, but we're going to take a commercial break. Feature, what do you have up next for us?
When we get back, we'll be discussing contributions Jerry Lee makes to the team.